Hey guys, welcome back to another game with Linksy. Today we have another marathon battle. We'll get started really quickly, but first let's go over the unit compositions and the unit army. So over here we have Athens bringing their Torx hoplites, their picked hoplites, their pikemen, Cretan archers, and Torx swordsmen. Generally a very good army composition. They have a Greek onager, very lightweight artillery. They have some siege towers and they have their tortoise. In the middle, we have Rome. Rome, of course, we've got a cohort, main body, veteran legionnaires. Up in the front, there is a significant amount of Praetorian cavalry, auxiliary Syrian archers, and the Roman ballista on wheels. So they'll probably push in and go in close to throw in their bombs. What the hell did I just say? Anyway, they have more siege equipment over here and on this side. And then on the other side, there's another faction of Rome. We have General's Bodyguard, Praetorian Guard, and imagine, yes, Praetorian Guard, a long line of armored legionnaires and more legionnaires, etc. Who's defending? We have no one else but Sparta, who's holding off the Roman army on the right flank. Sparta's bringing Spartan hoplites, it's bringing Spartan pikemen, Cretan archers, the usual Spartan composition. Now, they also have a nice unit of citizen cavalry ready to charge out and start attacking. And in the center, there is Rome holding out the outskirts. Rome, what do they bring? They have armored legionnaires. Not sure what they're doing over here. They have a general army of Roman soldiers. They have Triarii and more Praetorian Guard back here. At the center and the left flank, we have the remnants of the Epirus faction. They have Royal Peltasts, they have a Hellenic Royal Cavalry, they have their Cretan archers ready in reserve. There are some Spartans which are left in reserve, Heroes of Spartan, Royal Spartans. And the remainder of the Epirus faction is Torax and... No, not Torax, I mentioned they were Torax. Italian swordsmen and Samnite warriors holding the gate. And more Peltasts and troops down here, Torax, spearmen, etc. So it seems it's going to be an interesting fight, so let's get into it. Now, over here I noticed something. Guys, for the love of God, do not put Spartan hoplites on walls. They function so badly on walls. It's really a bad idea because they get slaughtered really easy by swordsmen because they cannot form their formation. Their formation, Spartan hoplite formation, just put them down here, hold the lines, hold choke points, and you'll never get broken. But putting them on the walls might cost you. Now, these guys brought a giant ballista, so they're going to be trying to break down the walls. Where are they firing at? I imagine they're firing straight into the fourth wall. Yep. They're trying to break this angle over here, and this will cause the Spartan a little wee bit of trouble. Ooh, the citizen cav has escaped. Nice. Okay, let's see what's on the other side. Yeah, they're just moving forward really quickly and charging, and there is nothing as crazy as the massive cav charge out. Now, I must say, this is viewer submission. Nick sent us 6 of them. This is his second one, and it looks really good off the offset. So, yeah, that's how it goes. There's not much to say right now, really. They're just moving in position. They're readying themselves. They're preparing the attack. It's always interesting the positions people decide to attack in. So armored legionnaires are a fantastic unit, but veteran legionnaires are a bit of an early game unit, and they hold their own very well. But sometimes it's best to send better units in. Also, this is a good idea to attack on this side, but attacking and breaking down this wall is not suggested. This is a choke point, and archers can just fire into the flanks of your units very easily. Let's close this for now. This Roman army is not attacking. He's just holding back. He's trying to break a breach. It seems he made a breach. They've killed a few of these Spartan hoplites. Oh, more than a few. So 20 Spartan hoplites here and 30, so 50 Spartans died holding that line. There's nothing you can do about it. Spartans will be cut off though if this the Roman attacking army manages to break the Roman defending army. I believe this is the viewer, so it will be interesting to see how they will play. Praetorian Guard holding the lines here. Yeah, it's cool that they did not leave all of their troops in here, because then it would end up just a mosh pit on this side, just non-stop fighting, grinding battle. These Cretan archers would be very useful towards the end game. And yeah, if Epirus falls back to this region and just defends here, they'll be able to wow. Okay, I need some water. They'll be able to contest the central region as well, and at the same time be very well defended by the archers on the walls, their own archers. So perhaps if they start being pushed back, they should start falling back to here, not necessarily to the main gate, because you can always flank the enemy from the side. It's very easy to defend these walls. Saying that, the Romans are breaking the second part of the wall over here, which is, oh wow, this will be a very good. This unit of Spartan hoplites is not going to enjoy the time they have. Oh boy. Okay, now that's better. Sorry, apologies for that. And the wall falls down. Bye-bye, Spartans. No? I'm pretty sure I saw just a massive piece of the wall fall on top of you. It's gonna try and reform and hold the ranks, but now the Roman is moving forward all of its troops. It's trying to take the walls. Over on this side, the walls are also going down. The first arrow fires are being thrown. The thorax swordsmen of the Athenians have been ripped to shreds. These arrow fires over here. Rhodian slingers and the Taurus spears. Taurus spears have really good range and very good armor penetration. Let's see, they got 10 kills, 61 kills, and 19 kills. Seems that's how the army was split up. But at the same time, Athens is finally breaking through on this side. Is getting in on the here. I would have sent possibly another tortoise to break this wall. With the amount of troops he got, he should have been able to get that volume of tortoises. Not entirely sure what he's doing with these Cretan archers, bringing them around the back. Then again, you could fire from. Actually, that's a really smart idea. If you neutralize this tower, which should be relatively easy, bring the archers here. Yes, they're firing over the wall, but you might be able to get good results over there. However, the thorax hoplites are in the walls. They are forming up. There are some armored legionnaires over here reinforcing the Epirian lines. Epirus. I believe it would be Epirian. However, we won't know for a while. More thorax swordsmen just getting slaughtered by arrow fire. This unit of Rhodian slingers. Oh, these are Rhodian slingers. They are getting kills. They're getting bang for their buck. How is the Romans on this side? The Romans are still taking down the walls, and they are going to murder the Spartan hoplites, which will be caught on the walls up here. Now, if the Spartans are smart and they're noticing that, hey, okay, now there's why are they bringing the siege towers? They've pretty much broken down all of the walls. There's not gonna be a piece of wall left. I mean, yes, I understand bringing the siege towers. Okay, they've dumped them. Oh, but that's actually very smart, because I was gonna say that if Sparta puts some Cretan archers up here to be able to fire and keep everyone off, provide support fire, but the Romans are bringing armored legionnaires and trying to flank. So this is going to be a very, 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 very tough battle for the Spartans to hold, because the Romans are surrounding them. The veteran legionnaires are broken, but they have broken through. They've made a big breach. The legionnaires are forming up, but they will not stand a very good chance against the armored legionnaires. Armored legionnaires, very late game unit. Over here we have an engagement of the armored legionnaires against the thorax. Of course, the armored legionnaires are going to be winning the battle eventually, but this is the point. You put your Cretan archers on the walls. Put your Cretan archers on the walls. These guys will get melted. They will not stand a chance, and they're very valuable units. Come on, Epirus. Sometimes you don't realize these things in battle. At the same time, these Balearic Slingers are just swinging rocks at the face of the Roman army. The Romans are like, ooh, rocks, rocks, rocks. But they're getting hit quite hard. What's this unit over here? Legionnaires against veteran legionnaires. We know who's going to win. Let's fall back. Ooh, wow, that jumped really quickly. Over on this side, Rome has charged in armored legionnaires into the Spartan hoplite formation. The Spartan hoplites. It's lagging Royal Spartans. They're holding the line. And over here, more charging in. Just a horde of enemies coming through. They're burning down the gates. They are just breaking through. This is an all-out assault all of a sudden. And at the same time, Rome on this side has pretty much put all of its units inside the walls. They should send a few troops over here to help Epirus, help the Athenians, which are breaking Epirus. They've actually done a significant amount of damage. They need to send more. They sent 2 units, but it's not enough. They need to send more because Epirus will end up falling, and they've committed their entire army trying to break that. At the same time, these Romans, armored legionnaires, are struggling a bit against the Thorax, much more than expected. Possibly because there's the Cretan archers firing. Finally, there are some archers on the walls, the Syrian archers, who are shooting into the back of these Thorax hoplites. The battle is going crazy all of a sudden. On this side, the Romans are engaging and taking the walls at the same time. The Roman defense is putting its 3 area into formation and defense. How are the Spartans holding up? Not that good. Their lines are buckling under the weight. Spartans do good against short choke points, but against this massive area, they do not do the best. The archers are being fired into the Balearic Slingers, which are getting slaughtered. The Cretan archers, expert archers, shooting down the Slingers. More Romans are pouring in over the breach. Look at that. The game is lagging significantly. Guys, kill more troops, so the game doesn't lag as much. And we have a massacre of sorts happening. These archers are... Ooh, that was a good shot. Where is it? Oh, 140 kills. 140 kills. The general unit is walking in, but it is being targeted by everything possible. Trying to kill it as best as possible. As running back out after the arrow fire is hitting it. This ballista, 144 kills, shooting at this choke point. That has done a lot of damage. How's Epirus? Epirus has managed to break the Roman and Athenian. When I see blue, I think Egypt. Athenian flank, and has pushed back the army. They have quite a few Royal Peltas. No, the Royal Peltas is back in the castle. They have Semites, Italian swordsmen, and Taurus spears. The Romans over here have the support of more Italian swordsmen, which are medium melee infantry, whereas they're very heavy infantry of the armored legionnaires. They're holding the line, they're killing, but so are the Thorax. The Trap seems to have done a few numbers. Oh boy. These Thorax hoplites are not enjoying their time over here. Royal Peltasts are over here, they're holding the line. There are more Royal Peltasts. The Roman lines are holding for now, but more of the enemy the attackers are pouring into the city and reinforcing their lines. They're attacking from various angles, and soon Sparta is falling. The center line of Sparta is collapsing, and that will spell disaster for this flank. Over this flank, they have 4 units of Spartan hoplites and Royal Spartans holding back the horde. The armored legionnaires have gotten off the walls and they're fighting in open melee with the Spartan hoplites. Spartan hoplites are Spartan hoplites, but now armored legionnaires from the Roman army are moving in. They're gonna charge the rear of this other unit of armored legionnaires. Are they? No, they're forming up to throw peel into this month. Just charge this. Break these guys, boy. Break them. Rear charge them. Okay, it seems that the gate is finally broken. Spartan hoplites are breaking back. Armored legionnaires are reforming and charging in, but this is too little, too late. They will not be able to hold. You need to fall back to hold these choke points over here, here, and here, because otherwise you're gonna get overwhelmed. The lines are getting thinner and thinner. The soldiers of Rome are cleaving their way in. The pikemen are managing to get kills upon kills, but now their rears are being attacked by Praetorian guards, Praetorians, and armored legionnaires. They have broken the Spartan hoplite formation, and the Spartan pikemen are now falling down. Oh, the armored legionnaires going through the oil. 30 of them died, but they're charged. Why did the pikemen get out of formation? That is horrible. That is a terrifying prospect. Get back in formation. Hold back the armored legionnaires. You can easily kill these guys. They've lost half of their army attacking through the wall. How are we doing on the other side? Athens is managing to put all its troops in. It's broken through. The Romans are rear charging Epirus and trying to do as much damage as possible. They're actually sending more troops. Praetorian cavalry is very strong cavalry. It's a very good cavalry to fight. The Romans have been pushed back, the attacking Romans, but 271 kills on this Roman ballista. The defender is losing everything he has. More royal peltasts come in, reinforcing the lines. They're trying to just hold back the line as long as possible. This fight is getting really exciting. Sparta's falling back. More troops are clashing in. The Spartan pikemen over here is just an open melee. Spartan pikemen, Spartan hoplites, and Royal Spartans are just fighting, dashing for a mad retreat. Unfortunately, it's too little too late. They might save their small flank over here. They might be able to hold this line. But this is a rout. This is an utter rout. The defender Romans sacrificing its armored legionnaires to hold back the attackers, but it's too little too late, as I was saying. The Spartan pikemen are doing a last stand over here, trying to reform their ranks and fight, whereas the Roman attacking army are just slaughtering everyone in their presence. The Praetorians are attacking the Spartan pikemen in their rear. The super heavy pikemen are falling down. How is the Romans doing? The Romans are the Roman defense is not doing so well. Their Balearic slingers are getting quite a few kills on these armored legionnaires, but the legionnaires over here, they're losing significantly, and there is all this left in reserve. They have fresh archers, and this catapult is not using its ammunition properly. Finally, the Praetorian cavalry broke through, and they're charging the fresh Syrian archers, and this is a massacre. This is a massacre. The archers are completely doomed now with the Praetorian cavalry charging in. This is a very good use of Praetorian cav. Sparta's falling back to base. They have no choice. They're bringing back all their Cretan archers back. They're trying to save what little they have left. They might try to hold this fort, it seems, this little square, but if the Praetorian cav notices these Cretan archers, they will charge in and they will get massacred. Epirus is also falling back. They've left some tower spears in the front, but they've forgotten these two units of armored legionnaires, and now they're being pushed back by the Athenians and the Praetorian cavalry chasing them down. There is very little hope left for this flank. They're reforming their lines, but they didn't brace in time, and the charge from the Praetorian cavalry has pushed down their ranks, and now the Torx hoplites charging in. The superior numbers will do much better. The Athenians have surrounded the royal peltasts, which have gotten a few kills, but not enough. These archers, you need your Cretan archers up here holding this line. You would have slaughtered the Athenian forces. Now the defenders are falling back to their secondary and tertiary positions. They're doing their best to hold as long as possible. The Romans are letting their lives down for their allies. They're ranking up kills, but the enemy is also a Roman, and Romans are very strong. Over here, look at this. Just 2-3 lines strong armored legionnaires. They got 200 kills, but there's way more than 200 over here, sir. And this unit of Praetorian Guard, purple cloaks, marching through the gate. They will manage to get through, and they will surround this unit of armored legionnaires. What are these Royal Spartans doing? Fall back with them. Fall back. You need to fall back. This is a very good choke point, if not for the fact that there are towers over here that can shoot you down. But it is a very good choke point, nonetheless. How are we doing? The Praetorian cavalry manages to catch the Rhoegian slingers in time. Oh, that was a very good charge. We missed it, but they killed a lot of the slingers. Very valuable unit, and the slingers barely used any ammunition. Now, more cavalry over here. These auxiliaries and archers barely got any kills, and I believe that the Roman has finally collapsed. The Roman defender is finally collapsed, and the attacker is moving in. Too many Roman factions over here today. Athens is still biding their time. They're trying to break down the lost legionnaires, and the armored legionnaires are cut off by the Thorax hoplites. There's gonna be a clash. Ooh, it's always fun to see. A very good clash over there, holding back and cutting off the reinforcements to the center. Epirus realize that this is where they must do their last stand. The mercenaries are holding the front lines because they need to absorb all of the arrow fire. Once they do that, there's more troops over here. Taurus spears, and the Spartans are falling back. Spartans are not meant to surrender. Oh, this is a rout over here. This is a complete rout. They've killed every single Spartan, it seems. Every single Roman. These, they're broken. They have been broken utterly, completely. How are they over here? The Irish armored legionnaires have also broken. No, actually the defenders are holding the line. The defenders are still killing. 281 kills. Were all the defenders killed? Oh no, these are the defenders. No, Spartan hoplites. Where did they kill them to the last man? Oh, we'll see how they did later on. Now, let's focus back over here. The Romans are reforming their lines. They should capture this gate, because this gate is costing them a lot. Get your Praetorian Guard, charge into the rear of this. Yes, they are breaking, but you'd have broken them much earlier. How is the... Oh, this catapult. 400 kills. The Roman ballista. The general for Athens is moved in. Say, Athens is not really moving in, because they know if they move under here, they'll get slaughtered with arrows. It's good that there were traps. I did not see the traps, and there are still some left, but still. Epirus did not, and Rome did not manage to hold on that much, considering everything. And we have Sparta here, who's just a massacre happened. This Roman army is damaged, but when you look at what they have left, it is still very good health. The general cannot run in because of these spike traps, so the armored legionnaires are been tasked to break down the spikes. This unit, 342 kills. These armored legionnaires, outnumbered 3-1, and yet they're pushing back the enemy. This is amazing. There's just one line left now. Oh, the Spartan cavalry charges into the rear of this unit. This is a fantastic use of the cavalry. Brilliant use of the cavalry. Now bring them back out and charge back in. I think these armored legionnaires are going to manage to survive, and these are such good legionnaires. I mean, I've rarely seen them hold that much. They're falling back to give them a chance to recover some energy, but these citizen cav... No, the general came. The general came in. They were trying. It was so close. They had a chance of surviving the battle. Maybe even form up a defensive position over there on that side, on that city, on the other side of the world. But unfortunately, this was not the case. To be fair, if he brought them over here, put some archers, they would have been. They would have lived longer. Unfortunately, now they're dying much faster. At the same time, they've held the line and they've broken 3 or 4 units of armored legionnaires as well. Other armored legionnaires who didn't do as well. These guys are breaking, they're wavering, but citizen cav is trying to kill the general. That is a really good rear charge. But cavalry running after cavalry is not going to end well. How are we at the center? The Spartans have deployed their pikemen. The remainder of troops, they've tried to hold the line, but... Syrian archers are shooting straight into the pikemen, and these pikes will not survive for long. Sir, these pikemen are not gonna survive for long. Pull them back, leave them in the city. You need to use them as your last defense. You guys do not have any pikemen inside the main line. No. You have all Spartans, heroes of Sparta. What is this madness? You need pikemen at the back. Or where are the archers of Sparta here? Bring them in the middle, bring them over here. You would have gotten so many kills. You would have completely wiped out this unit. Oh, it's such a big pity. And now they're firing into your flanks. That is a really bad mistake on the defender's side. They're Cretan archers over. See, just from down here, 44 kills, and they're peppering off these Cretan archers. Just take on the line. There you go. This is just a kill zone. This is an absolute kill zone. Why? No, this is so painful. And it seems now the attackers are moving in the remainder of their troops. This ballista might have still some ammunition left. And you better know it's gonna do damage. It's gonna do a lot of damage. All it needs to do is be moved here while this is all engaged. What are these mercenary Semite warriors doing? Oh, they're falling back. They're pushing the Rhodian slingers forward to try and bait a charge. This is fantastic. These citizen cavalry are falling back, are just keeping these guys occupied. What is Sparta? You should have put them on the other side. Athens would have been completely annihilated now. If you manage to hold here, all you need is a couple of units. A unit here and archers on the walls. And nothing can break through. Now the Onager unit has used up all of its ammunition. Has it? Or has it glitched out? It looks like it has glitched out, unfortunately. And they had to yep, this sometimes happens. It sometimes happens. When you try to run through the tortoise, it glitches out, and they gave up. They did not manage to break. Breaking this is all, again, quite a long shot. By bringing catapult close enough to break this wall and this wall, leave some archers here, and the defenders will have one of their flanks open to your archer fire. Now, at the same time, Athenian pikemen are charging in. They've broken these Rhodian slingers. The Praetorian Guards, Cav, is moving in. Praetorians are moving in, and this smash of the Titans is about to happen. Look at this. They're moving in their troops. What is happening? Just arrow fire weakening the defensive line. This is fantastic. But there are no tick boys, because if you have elephant unit and run it into this blob over here, oh, just elephants rampaging through this part. That would be some juicy activities. I wonder if you can hide elephants in here and then just charge out and just rear charge all of this. Oof. Oof. Potentially, what you could do is take out the elephants from this side and then bring them back in towards the end of the fight. That is definitely something you could be doing. But again, it is not something that you often see. The Spartans are pulling back and forming a closer line to the arrow fire, which would be smarter to do just forming it on this, the steps, because they would be fighting an uphill battle. But again, you don't want to give up too much of your land. Yes, sir, you have to fire. And look at this, arrows everywhere, darts and bolts. Pilas being thrown in. The attackers moving in with their pikes. Look at those pilas. That pila stuck in marble. That's a strong pila. The Semite warriors are breaking very easily. The Spartan hoplites are being arrow fire, like whittled down with stones and arrow fire. These guys are still quite full of ammunition, so they have a lot to do. The ballista is being moved in, and this will be used to break over here. That's why you use a ballista. Ballistas are the best things ever. And what do we have left in reserve for the Athenians? We have picked hoplites and a Torx hoplite unit. The general unit is still there. There are still some Torx hoplites which are capturing the walls and coming around the flank. The Roman armies, the attacking Roman armies, have united their resources and are preparing to charge in. Sparta has completely given out its outer lines. They're just bunkering up at this stage. Not that I did blame them, because they have a fraction of the enemy that is attacking them. The balance of power is slightly in favor of the attackers, but then that is cancelled out by the defensive formation that there is currently. Arrow fire to and fro, attacking this line. Taurus spears and Semite warriors. It's not gonna hold for long. How are these pikemen? These pikemen are racking up the kills. You need to focus down these pikemen with all of your archers and ammunition. Over here, the Cretan archers are not facing the right. What? Where are they firing? You need. Okay, the line is breaking. The pikemen are moving in. 152 kills. The Greek onager is. Ooh, that is massacre. Arrow fire. How? Oh, that hurts. Royal Spartans and Cretan archers blobbed up. How many kills did? Where is it? Where did it fire from? There it is. 412. How many? No, missed the second shot. 426. It's just wreaking havoc through the lines of the defenders. 432 kills on just this ballista, definitely paying off for itself. And now the defenders are just panicking. They have lost so many and they're not managing to return fire. The Spartan hoplites move forward, but yeah, they're out of position. They're not managing to pick a line. This is why they're not pushing forwards. I did not see the fireballs, the great big balls of fire. Come on, got a good shot with these balls of fire. Oh, this will be a good shot. If you set them off now, you'll be able to kill quite a few of these guys. Come on, set them off. No. Why are you letting the Athenians... Oh, man. Athens. Sparta, what are you doing? No. Okay, this guy. No, too little too late. The balls of fire were useless because Athens pushed through and set them on light. Unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Now over here, there's a little space, and if you play the map long enough, you know that you can actually start charging up the hill. And charging up the hill, the Royal Spartans are engaging. They're charging to plug the breach. These Syrian archers are firing non-stop into the enemy, trying to get as many kills as possible, tin the enemy lines down. At this point, it's going to be a slaughter fest. We can just sit here and admire the movements and the deaths. The meat grinder, that's what this valley could be called. The meat grinder, because that's what it is. It's just people being minced to smithereens by non-stop fighting and forming of lines. Sparta has made some stupid mistakes. I have to call them out. Letting the Athenians run up the stairs, set the balls of fire alight was a very stupid mistake. You needed those. Oh, that hit. That hit. Oh, and if another one comes in, how many? Let's say this will reach 600 kills. If it reaches 600 kills, that would be amazing. Amazing use of the Roman ballista. But unfortunately, if it shoots in here, it's gonna kill its own men. So hopefully it will not shoot in there. These Italian swordsmen are trying to block off the attack, but there's so much ammunition left from the attackers. This looks hopeless for the defenders. Over here, the Roman troops are getting slaughtered from arrow fire from the side. This is what you need to do. You need to put your archers up here, not down here. Up on the walls and shoot at an angle. Put another unit up there. Good. The Origin Slingers. Just shoot into their troops. Cycle them up. Once one runs out of ammunition, put a second one on. Use heavy shots to tin down their troops. Push them back. You have to, because if you start losing this tower, that's your only hope, I believe, from the troops that you have remaining. What do you have? You have Royal Peltas over here. You have Hellenic Cavalry General. Couple of Praetorian Guards, which again can win the game on themselves, and the Roman Spartans. Heroes of Sparta have been engaged. Royal Spartans, Spartan hoplites. Where are the heroes of Sparta? That's one unit of heroes of Sparta. That is very strange. That's the general unit. I am sure that there were two. Ah, there they are. They're fighting in the front. They're very good units. Even if they are lower than others. Okay, over here. Oh, okay. Alright, this is where it's gonna happen. The same mistake as always. Do not group up your units. You're grouping up your archers in one place. They're gonna focus fire you down. They have a little bit more range than you. Do not do this. Put 2-3 units at a time. Run forward, take out one of theirs, fall back, rest a bit, or else put heavily armored troops in the middle of them. These pikemen are getting slaughtered. They're really at a bad position. Unfortunately, they could have gotten so many more kills. These archers are shooting in, but these Cretan archers now, on both sides, they're getting lots of kills. Believe these guys are almost out of ammunition, but 186 kills on the Spartans. The Syrians. Syrian archers, it's fantastic. How are the Rhodian slingers and the Syrian archers on this side doing? 60 and 34. But this is what you need. You need your archers. Every shot counts at this point. Kill their slingers, kill their archers, and you will be in a better position. Their archers are running out of ammunition. They're firing uphill. The generals are moving in to bolster their ranks. They're trying to boost the troops. And it seems finally the balance of power is back to the middle. Even though we say there is another charge incoming, and there are lots of good troops still in very good health. Lots of ammunition left on these archers. Even if they've managed to beat back this assault, there is another one incoming, and I am not sure that they have enough resources to beat it back. These archers are running out of ammunition. They're very low. Yep, I believe these Syrian archers will soon start running out of ammunition. And, ooh, that was a good shot. Where is it? 485 kills. The citizen cav is sneakily trying to come around. If it manages to come around, it will get a very good charge into these archers. This epic last stand of the Spartan Roman Epirian faction is fantastic. The defenders are holding the line. They're peppering down the very expensive units in the back. The cavalry. No, you need to charge in. They were open. Now the Praetorians noticed them. Of course they notice. You're losing the gates. You need to charge in these archers. You need to kill them. What are you doing? If the Praetorians catch you, oh, that's so unfortunate. And, yep. These Syrian archers are firing in. But, return fire. There's not much archers left. There are not that many archers left to be able to return fire. These Syrians are moving forward. Do they still have ammunition? They do. They have a little bit of ammunition left. They're shooting in this blob. One wrong ballista, and it could end the match. This is unfortunate. They could have done so much. The potential was there. But the Praetorian Cav and the General's bodyguard, along with the Praetorians, did not allow that to happen. Look at all the carnage in this part. The Athenians are charging in their last troops. Yeah, I believe that is their last troops. Yes, they're charging in their last bit of army. I believe that the remainder troops are in reserves are mostly Praetorian Guard and Evocati cohort, which are very good units. And there is a picked hoplite unit. That's the general unit, of course. But if you look over here, the attackers, the defenders. Defenders' lines are thinning out. More troops are being charged in. Ammunition is running low. The momentum they were getting slowly starting to falter. They're Syrian archers. Why are they in melee? Oh, they ran out of troops. Now the Praetorian Guard are being charged in as a last-ditch effort. Where did that hit? Ooh, that killed a lot of your own unit. Oh, stop firing. No, why are you doing this? You're losing yourself the match. Hashtag sign. Definitely getting your 600 kills, sir, but definitely, but you mostly killed your own troops there. These are expensive units. I mean, armored legionnaires. There's some Praetorians in there as well. Oh, that was a devastating shot on their own troops. The auxiliary Syrian archers are breaking. There are only 2 units of Praetorian Guard holding the line. I believe that is why maybe they wanted to break through. The Samite soldiers and the Cretan archers are falling. This is all that's holding the enemy back. Cretan archers. Royal Spartans and Hero of Sparta are charging back into the fray. The Royal Peltasts are throwing their pilas and preparing to charge in. But the defenders, they're running out of steam. They do not have much left. These Praetorian Guards are pretty much the only units left that keeping the balance of power in the center. And if they do not get a few hundred kills, this game is game over. But the ballistas are being moved in. Oh, this is gonna suck. Ballistas, when used right, can do so much damage in the siege battle. And boom. Look at all the massacre that's gonna happen here. These Praetorian Guard are just fighting bravely, but they're soon gonna get surrounded by the picked hoplites, which have carved a path through, and they're still relatively healthy. Okay, there you go. You pull them back, you pull all your troops back, and then you fire. Ah! Oh my god! That is so painful to see. How many kills did that get him? Oh! It seems there is no hope for the defenders at this rate. These Praetorian Guards were full health, but so many were killed. We all saw that line. Oh, that is not. Nah, that was too painful to see. The defenders have very little left, and the attackers have lots to spare. Now a massive charge from the Athenians and Romans, charging the walls. The Spartans, the heroes of Sparta, are charging in. They're all Peltasts of Epirus. They're throwing their pila. They've thrown their pila. Now they're fighting the picked hoplites. Praetorian Guard is charging in as well. This is unfortunate. These units, they're so unfortunate. 60 units lost instant and then instant. And Rome is still pushing forwards its ballistas. Oh, the meat grinder. How will they hold? I do not see any hope for this. Praetorians are being charged in, trying to break through. Praetorian Guard in the middle. Ah, they're being shot from the sides. Cretan archers. Relatively fresh Cretan archers, but I believe that is the last ammunition they have. They do not have much left. They have that and maybe a little bit on these Rhodian slingers. Yeah, they have a little ammunition left. But the ballistas, unfortunately, coming up and... Ooh, Praetorian Guards. No, not a good day to be a Praetorian Guard today. Not a good day. 698 kills. The hero of Sparta general is in. The Spartan general is in. The what are these? More heroes. Is that the general unit? Did he end up get that split up? Possibly. They're trying to hold the ranks, but oof. Okay, these are the last units of the attackers. They're charging in. If this line holds, which I do not see happening, because these lines are very, very thin. Now cavalry charge coming in. Oh, this is a nail biter. The archer fire in. Oh, they still had ammunition, these Cretan archers. Oh, bring them to this side. Bring them to this side over here and start firing heavy shot. You need to thin them out. You will not break Romans. Not in this. Not at this late stage in the battle. Somehow the balance of power is equal. Praetorian Guard have broken through. They're killing the Syrian archers. Send your cavalry in. Yes, there you go. The generals are being sent in to deal with the Praetorian Guard. Cav. The general unit for the Romans is holding the line. The Spartans are holding the line. The Romans are just trying to charge through the gap over here. Unfortunately, the tower has been neutralized. The arrow fire right now would have been so useful. The ballistas, I believe, will be out of ammunition soon if it is not now. but it's still being pushed forward. Fire arrows are being thrown into the fray. Hundreds of kills on the archers. But is it going to be enough? That is the question. These Syrian archers, 222 kills. The left flank is collapsing entirely. It's just a mishmash. The Praetorian Guard cavalry managed to break through, and the picked hoplites are fighting a very thin line of peltasts. The Royal Spartans and the heroes of Sparta are trying to hold, but for how long will they manage? Praetorian Guard are very exhausted. They're trying to recover some energy to defend. There's one of them there and another one over here, but they were massacred by the ballista. The Epirian and the heroes of Sparta, fighting down to the last man, finally broke. How is the general doing? Not so good. This is not looking pretty. This is not... Cretan archers are moving into a better position, hopefully to get better shots in. The charge of the general trying to hold the ranks. This does not seem... The Syrians are firing, but they were charged unfortunately by Praetorian Guard. This does not seem like it's going to be possible to hold. Royal Slingers are firing, and the enemy generals are trying to break through this weak point over here. I say that, but slowly the enemy's lines are thinning really and truly. They don't have much left. The attackers barely have anything left. Somehow these peltasts have gotten a lot of kills. These Royal Spartans and the Praetorian Guard are aiding. 26 Praetorian Guard left over here, but it can be enough. The cavalry is routing. The archers of the attackers are finally gone. They do not have any more ammunition on the ballista. Is there hope for the defenders? This is definitely a nail-biting moment till the last. Definitely a nail-biting moment till the last. The Spartan general and Spartan Royal Spartans are falling back, resting a bit, and preparing for the second charge in. Whereas the Royal Peltasts, 200 kills, 202. Praetorian Guards charge back in, so the Spartans, the light peppering over here, they're not gonna fire. You need them over here, unless you put them on. Not even. I believe the generals for the attackers are still alive. The Pucklet Hoplites is alive. This general bodyguard is alive. Where's the other general? Maybe they killed one of the general units. Let's overlook the carnage that happened at the gates. They've collapsed over here. A lot of kills. This was a massacre. This was an absolute mosh pit massacre. The center peppered bodies here and there from the arrow fire returning to and fro. The Spartans' initial stand. Just bodies everywhere, and these legendary armored legionnaires have held the line for so long, but will their allies manage to win this? The Hanel Cav is cycle charging in. The heroes of Sparta, the general unit, is holding the Avocati cohort from breaking through the gap that formed. Hoplite formation. The Syrian archers are reinforcing the very thin line left. Royal Peltasts and the picked hoplites, they're trying to force through this location. There's a bit of, if you push through, you could push through there. There's very little defense. The Royal Peltasts are falling back finally. The cycle charging is happening from the Epirian general, the Hellenic Royal Cavalry. What is going to happen here? On this side, they see the same mistake the defenders were doing, the attackers did. They blobbed up, and look how many kills. How many kills did you get? 281 kills, very expensive units. These mercenary Cretan archers definitely paid for themselves. They probably won the game. They were firing into the flanks, into the lightly armored flanks of the cohorts, and they've managed to kill enough to allow the Praetorian Guard and the Epirian royal peltas to break the enemy, and the attackers are breaking finally. The attackers are routing, are being routed off the map. A charge from the general trying to reinforce its troops, but it is too little too late. This heroic last stand of the defenders definitely merits. This is a brilliant last stand, I must say. Merits the respect needed. The Epirian have rallied the remainder of their troops and they're just charging in, trying to break the last few units. Ooh, this is a nail-biting experience. You can feel the tension in this game, but slowly the defense is winning. The defense is pushing back the enemy. The hoplites are out of formation. This is where you need to charge them. Don't let them get back into formation. Charge through this gap. Kill his remainder archers. Bring your troops from the rear and stop charging his front. Bring them back. Kill his general. Kill the remainder of his archers over here. Oh, look at all the broken and shattered units running for their lives outside of the city that they have fought so hard to try and capture. Epirus finally starts breaking after holding the line for so long. Where are they? These beautiful men have held the line for so long. These young and brave men. The Avocati cohort is not standing to the elite Praetorian Guard unit. They're winning, but not for long. The supportive cav charge. Keep charging through. Oh, but the picked hoplites collapsed in. The Praetorians on this side are collapsing in. Oh, this is... oh my god! The attackers are bringing it back in their favor. How is this happening? It's a to and fro, unlike anything I've seen in a long time. Okay, now the Syrian archers are breaking. Yes, break through, break there. That's what you need to do. Break through this side and kill his general. You need to break through. Good. There, now you've gotten the balance of power back in your favor. Just look at the balance of power, just going to and fro, going to and fro. This is amazing. So, on the left, the attackers won. On the right, the defenders won. But for how long? The Royal Spartans are breaking. The Praetorian Guards are winning, but they are surrounded from all ends. There's still some general... this is not gonna look good. How did these hoplites do? They did very well. Break their extra units. Did you manage to kill this general? Oh, the Praetorian Guard are running back to the center, trying to catch the picked hoplites, charge into their rear, throw their last few pila, and make sure they do not lose the center. The Syrian archers are breaking. Bring these guys down. You need them. You need them to fight. These Syrian archers are still firing a few arrows. That is fantastic. Is this the attackers? No, this is the attackers general. Oh, do not charge. Oh, that's perfect. They got out of formation at the last second. These Praetorian Guard are surrounded from all ends. They're being attacked in the rear, but they're holding their ground. They've been rear charged multiple times. Where is the... oh, the Hellenic cavalry came back in, doing a rear charge on the rear charge. This is fantastic. The defenders are again in favor. They have some ammunition left, and that might be the reason they will win this, if they will win this. At the same time, if a general dies, there might be a complete rout. This is down to the last few men running around. These Praetorian Guard are trying to kill this general, but he's being very slippery. The Hellenic cavalry, very few of them remaining. Look at the carnage. Praetorian Guard charging through the last few pilas again. And they should just be enough to damage these hoplites and hold them strapped in. The last Roman general has died, and now it's time to start killing and breaking the picked hoplites, who are still in relatively good health. They are fresh, they are confident, and they are ready to fight. The Epirian cav is charging from behind. The Praetorians are coming up to kill the Syrian archers, but the arrows are enough to break the Avocati cohort. That's all that's left from the Romans attacking Roman army. The picked hoplites are winning, but they're getting rear charged multiple times over. These poor Praetorian Guard are just doing their best to hold. Oh, charge in, come on. They should not be able to win this. Oh, the Praetorian Guard broke. Rebalancing again the balance of power. But these picked hoplites, the rear charges are finally working and they are dying slowly. They kill 300, but the defenses are breaking. Oh, oof. Another rear charge coming in. Casualties sustained. 151 kills. Keep cycle charging them till there's nothing left. This is legit down to the last man. He was not joking, man. It is the closest battle ever. The picked hoplites are still managing, because hoplites are spear. They're very good against cavalry. They have a very good bonus against large, and these are large units. 7 and 1. The general is left on his own. He's charging heroically in. He got in another kill, but this is all he can manage to do. He's running away. Oh my good lord. Just the is that the general even? Possibly. The general's bodyguard is charging it. No, the cavalry got taken off. There are 20 men left on this side. The Praetorian cohort are shaken. They're breaking. These Syrian archers are routing. These Syrian archers glitched well and truly into the wall there. How is it going on this side? Oh, just 5 horsemen charging in. The spears, they're in hoplite formation but facing the wrong direction. I believe that the Epirian general was killed. Yes, I cannot see him anywhere. Oh, the avocado. I believe that the defense has finally collapsed. There is nothing else they can do at this point, no matter how long they survive. Unless it's almost been an hour. If you survive with the general for an hour, oh no, they're wavering and it's collapsing. They should have just kept running around and stopping the capping. And that is GG. The attackers won, but oh my god, the last 20 minutes of this battle. Ooh, let's see how they did overall. So no wonder it was lagging. There were over let's count. 9,000. Oh, almost 18,000 troops deployed in this battle. So, Kurt, you were the Roman. You were doing very well till the last second. Your armored legionnaires here did amazingly well. Unfortunately, your Praetorian Guard, I felt the pain there, man. I felt the pain. They were slaughtered, which is unfortunate by the ballista from Hafnir's ballista. 723 kills. 723 kills. That is insane. Meanwhile, the Epirian faction, Jolan Tarantino, his archers did fantastic. His infantry didn't do that well, but then his legendary Royal Paltas holding the line for so long. So did these Samite warriors, I must say. They did really well as well. And Swifty unfortunately was overrun at the initial, lost a lot of troops, but then his archers and his Spartan hoplites and heroes of Sparta at the end paid for themselves and they held the line. Whereas the attacking Romans, well, very good kills across the board. The Ravgati cohort got loads and loads of kills. The veteran legionnaires did much better than expected. The Praetorian Guards chewed through everything. And the Athenians, their general won the game. He ranked to level 9. No wonder he was unbreakable. He kept ranking up 342 kills. That is amazing. Gold ranking. It is beautiful. Anyway, guys, it's been another beautiful game. Thanks for watching. If you have any replays you want to send them down below. There's the email. I'll be happy to review it. If you're still watching and you haven't pressed the subscriber button yet, please subscribe. And yeah, let's just enjoy more Rome 2. Ta-ta!